Well, here we are again. Want to welcome you back to another video on how to find fire agates. Today we're going back out with Jack Norton Jr. His partner Paul Woodward is waiting for us back at the rock shop. And we're going out to a place called Questa Mines, owned by Mr. Donald Nelson. Pay $50 a day. You can harvest all the rocks you want to harvest, and it's going to be a wonderful day. Traveling along this countryside, you can see the country where these agates are located. These hills, just about 6 miles east of Oatman. Really like this hunting area up here and always enjoy it. Gotta watch out though as you're driving these backcountry roads. There's some critters like this little fella right here. But we're gonna have a good day. Just wanted to let everyone know that I'm not an expert fire agate hunter. I've never done this before in my life. And you too can find these fire agates by just booking an appointment with Jack Norton, and he'll take you out here and you can find these fire agates. We got 30 pounds that we found on this particular day. I hope you enjoyed this video. Well, we're coming up to the mine site now, so we'll get into the hole here in a second and enjoy the day.
Okay, well, I want to welcome everybody to the Questa Fire Agate Mine. We're located, this mine's located about 6 miles east of Oatman, across the mountain. Questa Fire Agate Mine's been here for, geez, 60, 80 years, I reckon. Long time, long time. When it comes to fire agates, Oatman fire agates, this is a pay dig at the Questa Fire Agate Claim. It's $50 a day to dig. And myself personally, I can tell you that if you know anything at all about digging fire agates, you will enjoy this dig. This is a great place to dig. The materials are plentiful. All you gotta do is the work. Now I'm gonna get busy here. I'm gonna get down in here, get cleaning and looking and see if I can't find something. We'll get back to you in a minute. All right, I'm going in. Let's see what they left us. Oh my, I see fire. All right, now you might want to just see if you can navigate down in here, Jack.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm ready.
Okay. Howdy guys, Jack, we're back here in the Questa. Down here now I popped a piece of boulder off. It exposed one of them voids in there, and most time them voids, when you find them, they're gonna be full of fire agate. Now, Jack up here on the camera, you're gonna zoom in here a little bit and you'll see especially this big nodule right here. It's about 1.5 inches back. You couldn't even see it. Could not even see it. All you could see was just a little space in there. We popped the boulder out of here and there's a nodule right here that's going to be beautiful. All right, we'll get back to you in a few minutes here. I'm going to do a little bit of work. What we're going to do is come in with the hammer and chisel. You see all this clay, decayed rhyolite up in here that's coming off. We're going to get in here and we're going to get a bunch of that out of the way so we can get into this pocket. Remember what I told you the other day about open the pocket up. Don't dig into and make a little funnel into the hillside. Give yourself some room to work and you come out with much bigger pieces. You're not going to be breaking them up. Hey, we'll be back to you in a couple minutes. All right, guys, I've done a little bit of work here. Got a little bit of stuff softened up. Now you can see this big old nodule fire agate back inside of here. You can see where we've busted it loose out here. I'm being real careful because you see how it's wanting to break. It's likely going to take this piece right off the front here. I'm just going to get it out of there right now before it gets broke. Nice little chocolate eye. Got a nice acid eye on top of that bot. That just tells me this is probably going to be just nice stuff. Now we're going to get in here and we're going to start taking this apart a little bit. Pull it apart. Of course, you want to look at everything you pull out. Everything gets looked at before you throw it in your waste bucket. Now you can see what we got going on here. We've loosened some of this material up. Get in here, you can really see that bot right up in there and the ones behind it. Oh, We also have one, you know, now they laying. This is what I myself look for. First of all, we get a little light on it. You can see the brown in there. Do my thing, lick some rocks. You see that white acid eye on top there, got all that orange acid. I mean, that's iron is what one of the materials that's in this stuff. That right there is going to be a gem. When I take that white cap off there, that's a sweetie. Now we're gonna come in here and we're gonna look, see what we got to do. You know, harvest this stuff without busting it all up. Okay, so you can see we got more veinage down here. But you see how this decayed mud, sand, and rhyolite, you see how it grows in these boulders, and that's when they all stacked up rolling down the hill from the volcanic activity. There's always going to be air spaces in between the boulders. Well, when the geysers started going off and the liquid's coming out, carrying all the minerals and such down in the mud and the dirt, it settles between the boulders up against the face of the rocks. And that's where it solidifies and manufactures your color. There's another nice little piece right there. Anytime I'm seeing this common opal on top of a nug like this, that's going to be a good piece. There's just not much doubt in my mind. You know, for what little bit of time I have in doing this, I've learned enough to know that there's some pieces, there's just no doubt. When you see them, you know you got a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, babies. All right, we'll be back to you in a bit. We're going to work on this spot a little bit more. And we'll get this. All right, guys, done a little more work on this pocket here. We're working some of this decayed material out. Of course, like I said, you always check and make sure there ain't a nug sticking in it. And come up in here. Look at here, she fell out in my hand. Oops. I haven't meant it. This, my friends, just from what little bit of time, like I said, you know, I don't know a lot, but I can tell you that piece right there, that's some happiness waiting to happen right there. You can see as I take and wipe that off. See that dark chocolate underneath that eye? It's gonna be a blinger. Hi ho, hi ho. Off to get some more. We'll be back in a bit. That's a chunk, bro. That right there is sweet, sweet, sweet. Tell you what, that is one big piece of fire agate.
Okay.
All right, guys, here's that piece we've been working on getting dug out of there for an hour or so. I'm gonna put some water on it so you can see what comes into it. Look here, and look at the colors flashing on top right in here. Oh my! Now we're gonna open this up over here a little bit.
Wow.
There's some stuff down in there that'll make a man smile. Look at them colors, the flashing there. See the greens? Greens flashing, gold's flashing in there. Now, for you folks that were wanting to see some bigger pieces, there's a bigger piece right there. This will make an old man smile. All right. Well, let's just want to give you a little heads up. We'll be back in the hole later.
This is Mr. Don. He owns this claim here where we're at today. You want to tell us a little bit about how we can find you and pay for the entry to your mine?
Okay, I live at 9049 Oatman Highway, or the old Oatman Road, Route 66, 6 miles east of Oatman, towards Kingman. And you can just come to my house, and I bring everybody up here at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, and that's every day of the week or certain days? Or
every day of the week, because I live right here, so...
Mr. Don, now I was just telling Jack, if people have a problem getting a hold of you on the phone, feel free to call me.
Okay.
If you can't get a hold of Mr. Don, call me. I will make sure he's notified and we'll get you up here to dig, okay?
Okay. To start off with, this was a volcano that collapsed and fell in called a caldera. And there were geysers spraying hot water all over this area. And the volcano at Flagstaff or Boulder Dam spewed ash over here like Mount St. Helen did. And as soon as the hot water hit the ash, it took the silica out of the ash and it started flowing through the lava. And by flowing, it was in the water, but it was in globs like glasses when you blow it. You know, you've seen videos where they were deals where they showed it being blown. And so then it would go until it could, you know, find a rock or hard spot to settle on, and it would stay there. And sometimes it would be there for a few days, and then it would the more hot water would come along, and so then it would go further on. And the stuff that makes the iron oxide and the copper that make the color in it is heavier than just the chalcedony, and so it would go further down. And so that's how basically it was formed, and it was formed in multi flows of the water. I wasn't here at that time, but that's what I'm told. That's how it was formed. So,
Ain't that old, huh, Bubba?
I know I'm old, but I'm not that old.
And you come shortly after, huh?
Yeah.
Mr. Don, when that flowed down the hill like he was showing us, it followed a water vein in. Is that correct?
Yeah, it was what flowed in between the lava, where the lava could flow from the volcano, because the volcano was up there.
Okay.
And so this is a natural trough for the water to come down. So that's why there's such an abundance of agate right in this area.
And you own 3 mines, or?
I have 4 claims.
4 claims.
And they're 20 acres to the claim.
20 acres to the claim.
So that's 80 acres.
And
of pure delight.
That's great. And all of them are still operational, right?
Yeah.
And they pay you to go in 1 mine a day, is that what it is?
Yep.
You can mine or you can pick float.
Well, there's different places where they can dig, and they can also walk around and pick up. Although they've been existing claims since 1928, there have been a lot of people look, but there's still people that find stuff.
And
if they're willing to work, they'll find it.
And how many years have you owned these claims?
I've been active with the claim since 2001. I sold my bar on the Mexican border south of Tucson, and I come up here. And my grandmother and I bought that house together in 1980, and so she lived here until she was 95, in 95, and so.
Okay.
And how'd you run across Jack?
Well, he was working down at the Cool Springs, and he had the little rock shop down there, and we became friends, and so it's escalated from there.
Seems like a mighty nice fellow.
Yeah, he's knowledgeable about a lot of things.
Yeah. I met a guy named Barry. I'm sure you probably know him.
Oh, yes.
And he speaks very highly of Jack for a natural talent to find
Yeah.
this type of rock, these fire agates. He said that for some reason Jack has a knack for it. And I've stepped on several pieces, and he's picked them up after I stepped on them.
Well, he can kind of smell it.
I think you're right.
So I have a friend, a guy who used to come here all the time. Then he said I could smell it. I seem to have a sense that I know where it's at.
Don't do it.
That's great.
Common sense will find it for you. You listen to what this man's telling you. You listen to what he tells you. This game is not hard. You just got to play, just learn the rules. Okay, and the rules be the rules Mother Nature give you. Follow the lines. We dissect in a hill. How easy is it? Follow the lines. We can paint by numbers. We should be able to dissect a hill by lines. It's easy. It's the wisest man I know when it comes to these fire agates. Everything I know, I've learned from him for the most part. So, any questions, by all means, there's my guru. He is my guru. Hail the sensei. Hail the sensei. It's my guy. God damn, that's pretty.
This is at the end of the day.
Go ahead and narrate, Jack, if you want, or I'll go ahead and take it. Guys,
Look
there's
at
one
that green right there.
The golds, greens, reds. You always wondering if you know, we harvest any big pieces up here, any substantial sized pieces up here. Well, like I said, I myself, I'm a lucky old dog, and every dog has his day. But now what you're seeing popping out, you see these acid eyes on here. That's a dead tell there's going to be fire inside of it. Now we're just going to put a few more of these out here so you can see. Anytime you're seeing that acid eye, that's a guaranteed winner chicken dinner. I gotta find my...
Let me pick that one up. Just give them a rough idea how big that is.
That's a big chunk right there.
That's beautiful. That's the one that had that color flashing. Look at the blue one. That's the one got that spot in the middle. You can see the little blue spot in there already. That looks like we got everything out. Now we just, it's a little messy, you know, just because I threw them out here. The biggest thing and most important, what I want to show people now, and I'm, you know, I'm old, shit, I'm 60 plus years old. We were up there about 4.5 hours total digging time, another 45 minutes, half hour, just cleaning up the hole, getting the dirt out, such out of the hole. But you can see what was harvested at the Questa Fire Agate mine, 7 miles up the road from my shop here at Raw Rock Creations. But now this was all harvested in a matter of hours. Now, if anybody knows anything about fire agate, I can look at this one right here. That's gonna pay my day. You can see the colors right there. See them? The little balls underneath that eye. Beautiful stuff. Get this stuff wet. Yeah, I'd like to have it. You can see the colors down in there right above the sprayer. These are going to soak. Now these stones, these are going to go back in this bucket here. They'll soak overnight. Then I'll go back through and do a final inspection on them. High grade them. Take the pieces I want to go inside. There's a winter chicken dinner all day long, baby. All day long. Then you look inside, you see that chocolate in there. See that brown coloration. When you're seeing it, you're in it. You're in it. You can't go wrong. That speaks for itself. We're just looking at the side, looking at the veins inside here. You see them vein lines in there. It tells you how many times the geyser went off. Each one of them vein lines in there is a layer of material that come down the hill out of the geyser. Of course, now it also tells you how far down you got to go to get to the good stuff. Looks like it's right there. Cut the top off of that. Happy day, folks. All right, guys. It's Jack Paul back here at Raw Rock Creation. Didn't have a bad day. Jack, I want to thank you for coming out and spend the day with me. Hopefully this is what folks are looking for. They want want some questions.
$50 can't go wrong.
$50 can't go wrong. Like I said, you know, if you can't get a hold of Mr. Don with the number that we got on the video here, feel free to get a hold of me. I will make sure he knows you're coming, and we'll have a good time, folks. That's a guarantee. You will have fun. Thanks. Have a good day.
All right.
Later, guys.
Well, thank you very much, Jack, for the wonderful day, and thanks for showing us how to harvest fire agates. We enjoy everything you've done for us. Remember, if you're a beginner and want to learn how to harvest these agates, you can contact Jack or Paul at 928-303-4607. They'll be glad to help you out. Also, you can book an outing in one of the mines up here if you want to go mine hunting with Mr. Don Nelson. Have a great day, and remember to like, subscribe, and follow us on YouTube. That will help our name get out and get known so more people can find us. You have a wonderful day.